Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Nittai Gauranga Jayo Nittai Gauranga Nittai Gauranga Jayo Nittai Gauranga Jayo Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yenam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravaktarunda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. On this auspicious occasion of Damodar month, we are having some devotees who are taking some oath, right, to become more steady in their chanting. It's very inspiring to see all of you, and hoping you will join us on Saturday mornings when we all chant together and have a very wonderful, Saturday morning programs. So, I was thinking, we will spend a little time thinking about Srila Prabhupada's instructions on how to become steady in our chanting. So, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a description of a very interesting pastime in the life of Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur was born in a Muslim family in East Bengal, what is called Bangladesh now. And later he moved to Navadvip area, and then later he joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So, there is one interesting verse here, Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.100. Nirjana Vane Kutirakari Tulasi Sevana Ratri Dine Tina Laksha Nama Sankirtana. Haridas Thakur, Tina Laksha. He had taken a vow to chant 3 lakh times. And it translates to almost 1 crore times a month. Anybody knows how many rounds it translates to? Anybody has done the math? Huh? 390. Mataji is adding 200 more. 192 rounds per day. Some of you were remembering the number correctly. We've been doing this 16 additional rounds during Ekadashi in the land. It's been inspiring. Everybody has been telling, we don't even know how time flies. We sit there and before you know, okay, 2 hours is over. That's why we're thinking if it's a weekend or something. In fact, the next time it was a weekend, we wanted to do 64 rounds. But I was told that it is falling on Damodar month, November 1st and November 15th. Both are Saturdays, both are Ekadashis, but they have all these Damodar programs lined up, So at least we'll try to do maybe 32 rounds, additional another 32 rounds in the land, so 48 rounds, I guess. So 192 rounds. It is the big number, right? If you really do just a simple math of like it takes 2 hours per for 16 rounds, you're practically chanting most of the time, right? So he had taken this vow, and he didn't want to make a show of it or something. He just he took one small hut was there outside of the village. He was sitting over there, and he was just having Tulsi Maharani in the middle, and he was just chanting. But because of his elevated spiritual consciousness, naturally people were very attracted, and they would go and visit him and talk about him. And so the local zamindar Ramchandra Khan, he became envious. What is this? Muslim fellow. He's also Muslim, by the way. They're saying this fellow is giving up our religion, and is sitting over there and doing this Hare Krishna chanting, and all these people are going and worshipping him. What is this? He's undermining my position as the head of this village. Let me teach him a lesson. Right? And then what he does, anybody remembers what he did? He hired a prostitute and said, listen, you go, because at this time actually Haridas Thakur was very young, like 27 years old or something. And he was well built, he was very good looking, and so he said, this fellow, Ramchandra Khan, he said, he will trap him. And so he told the prostitute, listen, anyway he's outside in the village over there, you go in the dead of the night, and you seduce him and trap him, and then you give the signal, and when you give that signal, at that time when he is embracing you, I will send my guards, and they'll come and arrest you both, and then they'll let you go, and then they will arrest him for improper behavior. Right? So this was the plan he made, and he sent this this prostitute, and she said she was a little uncomfortable. What is this? Because everybody knew about Haridas Thakur. But she said, okay, anyway, I have to follow these things. And she went in the dead of the night. Right? And so there is another verse, 3.125. Tatha ratri sakala namayaya yachatu chintaya ratri vishaya bhaya. Throughout the night, the name goes on. Concerned about finishing, he fears worldly entanglements. Vishaya bhaya. So, Haridas Thakur had a very, very strict regimen of his chanting and everything. And this prostitute, she showed up over there, and in a very seducing way, she was standing at the, she first offered him obeisances, and then addressed him as, oh great devotee, you're so, such an exalted devotee you are, you have to attract people with their mindset, right? Such a great devotee you are, and you're so handsome, and you're so attractive. I cannot just resist your wonderful this thing. I am an innocent woman, I have come to you, you have to give me shelter. They'll quote some shastras, if women come, you cannot say no. And so, like this, she told him, please, give me um, a chance to enjoy with you. I'm fully surrendered unto you, like that. And Haridas Thakur, he said, yes, no problem. But, one thing is that I've taken this vow of chanting. It won't be nice if I break this vow. Just wait here for just a little time. I'm done. I'm almost done. See, I'm just in. I'll just finish in a few minutes and then we can enjoy together. You can just also sit over here. You can also listen. And she said, okay. And then she first stood, there's a picture in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can see that picture. Prabhupada instructed his paint like this, to show how she was trying to seduce him, and how she was standing over there, and trying to attract him through her, looks and all that. And she was doing that, and then he said, please wait, just a little bit, you wait. And then he was chanting. No, how much longer? Just wait. Almost done. I'm almost done. And then she kept chanting. And then she also, as she was hearing the holy name, she was also getting attracted by that. And she also sat down and he was listening. And before she knew daylight started coming. And then she said, no, I have to go now. And he said, I'm so sorry. A little bit miscalculation I did. Too many rounds were remaining. Tomorrow I'll finish my rounds a little early. You can come, and tomorrow it'll be much better. And then she goes away, and then Haridas Thakur continues his chanting. See, 192 rounds practically you're chanting 24 hours. The next day night, same thing happened. She came and he said, no, this time I've made sure I'll finish early and all that. And then she was there. By now, she actually started developing a taste for the holy name. And she was sitting over there, and she was, in her mind, she was hearing the chanting, and she was chanting. And again, daylight started. And she said, tomorrow, 100%. Whatever happens tomorrow. And then those, as she was going out, those guards were also waiting. Hey, what is this? You're making us wait like this. This much also you cannot do. What is young man? You can't this thing. No. He was just finishing his round. That's why I didn't want to disturb. Tomorrow, 100% will catch him. By the third day, this time, she offered obeisance to Tulsi Maharani. She sat down, and she started, chanting, and she developed a taste for chanting, hearing the pure holy name coming out of Haridas Thakur's mouth. She became, fully transformed from inside out. And now she actually joined him, this thing, and she was chanting with him. And by morning, it was already early morning, and then she fell down at his feet and cried and said, I'm so sorry. I was sent by this Ramchandra Khan like this. This what happened. I'm even so sorry that I even attempted to do this to you. But I am just enchanted by this holy name. I'm such a sinful person. I've done unlimited sins in this life. But you have been so compassionate, and you allowed me to sit and listen to the holy name. Please instruct me. I want to give up all of this nonsense and dedicate to chanting. Then Haridas Thakur instructs her, saying, see, you have all this wealth that you have accumulated from your, ill-gotten means. Go to the Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, and give up all your wealth so that, that wealth can be used for the Lord's service. And that way, it becomes purified. And then you come here, I don't want to be a disturbance to this Ramchandra Khan and all that. I've realized, my presence here is disturbing him. So I will leave. And I'll leave this, kutir for you. You just come over here. You sit and you chant. You chant this 3 lakh times a day and everything will be taken care. And so, this prostitute, she will go and distribute all her wealth, and she shaves her head, puts on a simple cotton sari, and she comes and sits over there next to Tulsi Marani and starts chanting 3 lakh rounds, 3 lakh times a day. And soon the word spread everywhere that, this prostitute has become a great devotee of the Lord, and she's sitting over there and she's chanting. And because she was so steadfastly following Haridas Thakur's instructions, her whole heart got purified and she became a wonderful devotee of the Lord. Very, very inspiring story that should give us also a lot of hope, a lot of inspiration to become steady in our chanting. See, one interesting thing, whose incarnation is Haridas Thakur? Right? Brahma's incarnation. Imagine the highest position in the universe. Right? He is coming down, as a very poor, impoverished, simple person in a Muslim family. Not, he could have been born in some Brahmana family or something. So he said, oh, great, this thing. No, in a Muslim family. And you saw all these, pastimes, and there is more very wonderful pastimes of Haridas Thakur. We don't have time for all of that. Even when he went to Jagannath Puri, he refused to enter the temple of Jagannath. Because in Jagannath Puri, you all know, they do not allow anybody other than, Hindus to enter the temple. And so they would not let, nobody actually stopped Haridas Thakur, by the way, because everybody knew that he is the Namacharya. And King Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there, Prataparudra was the king, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was the head of the temple. They all would, fall at Haridas Thakur's feet. And obviously, was such an exalted this thing. But he himself said, no, I am not qualified to enter the temple. See, this was the very exalted nature of Haridas Thakur. So, we see here, with this example, we are getting inspiration that, in Kali Yuga, Sumanda Matayo, right? We have very less intelligence. We are all Kalo Dosha Nidhe Rajan. This is the Dosha Nidhi. Kali Yuga is full of faults. But in this ocean of faults, there is one hope for us, which is the chanting of the holy name. Now, we should see that Haridas Thakur, by his own example, we see that what situation we are born in, what kind of bad habits we had. Many of us were meat eaters, and did all kinds of nonsense, and but still, by the mercy of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, we've been exposed to this holy name. And so we should take this full advantage of this and see how we can become steady in our chanting. Srila Prabhupada gave some very important instructions in this matter. One of the first instructions is, we can take inspiration from Haridas Thakur as well. His first Prabhupada used to say, fix your quality, then quality will come. So, we should, if you want to become steadfast, we should take a vow of, okay, I'm going to chant this much. And make sure that you systematically, like Haridas Thakur, you were sitting over there, he made his situation conducive for chanting. So we should become fixed up in our quantity first. And then we'll talk about how to improve the quality. So the important thing about fixing the quantity is, I think you're all taking one additional step today, is to take a vow, I'm going to do this much. See, I always keep telling devotees when they are beginning their Krishna consciousness, whatever number of rounds you are inspired to take, please make sure you 100% chant those number of rounds. Not even one day we should miss. Because Maya has wonderful ways of catching you. She said, today is so busy, this thing happened, you are not well, you are this thing. One day it's okay to miss. One day you will, if you fall victim to Maya, you will see that one day will become, all kinds of different situations will come. And then one day will become 2 days, and before you know, it's okay, let me chant, 1 round less or 2 rounds less or whatever. And I'll make up tomorrow. Ekadashi I will chant extra. All kinds of wonderful ideas you will get. So, but please, first thing is fix your quantity. And there are some interesting guidelines that Srila Prabhupada gave to make sure that we are fixed with our quality. Right? Now, what are some of the things that help us in becoming fixed up? Making sure the quality happens. Let's see here. Anybody wants to share? Prioritize. Okay. In what way you prioritize? This is very simple answers. All of you know these things. You can share. Maybe all the people who are taking vows, you should tell the answers. How will you prioritize? Early morning. The biggest secret to making sure that you become steadfast in chanting is develop a early morning lifestyle. Saturday mornings is the best day to get practice with this. A lot of devotees come and bring your children also. Children have other friends to be with and play with, and they all have a wonderful feast. They get some additional items compared to us. Whatever leftovers we also get. Nowadays I'm seeing they're making sure we also get a little bit. But you see, this is the things, you create an atmosphere where it is positive. Everybody is up, everybody is coming. Then it's so inspiring. No, let's go. And even for children, one day it is a good change, and they'll come, and other children are there, and they have their own excitement. They'll go play and this and that. So with all of this, it helps you to if you develop an early morning routine, biggest thing, because there is a scientific reasoning for this, right? Why early morning? Brahma Muhurta, right? Early morning, this Brahma Muhurta time. You see, we all experience this. So even if you're sick or something, I always keep telling the devotees, unless you have like some 102, 103 fever, just get up, sit, just chant a few rounds. You tell your mind, no, you're not well, this thing, no problem. Whole day we will sleep today. Let us finish You first tell the mind, 4 rounds will finish, 4 rounds. Just like, Haridas Thakur told, just sit down, 2 minutes, I'm almost done. Chant 4 rounds. By the time, the spiritual energy, if you hear properly, chant. 4 rounds anyway is done. Let me do 4 more rounds. And we all know this too. Once you read 8 rounds, your day is done. If you can push yourself and get to 12 rounds, it's over. The battle is won. Right? If you have decided to chant 16 rounds. That's a reality. And the same way, if you'll say, no, I'm very tired today. Oh, my eyes are closing. Let me just take a little nap. Before you know, that little nap is already 8 o'clock. Right? And then the same thing, if I've seen this, for some reason, whatever the reason, there should not be any reason. If you have more than 8 rounds remaining or 10 rounds remaining, if you're chanting 16 rounds, after 12 o'clock, Hare Krishna. Nobody can help you that day. It's even if you have, if you have 4 rounds, 6 rounds remaining, and by the time it gets to evening, gone. You cannot have so many distractions. The world is filled with tamoguna in the evening. So many things, so many disturbances, so many things. It is impossible. So please develop this habit of getting up in the morning. I always tell, you see, there is a gradation. What is the best thing to do? Best thing is get up, at 4:15, 4:30 in the morning, take a nice bath, clear your stomach also. It's very important, because if you clear your stomach and everything, your brain will be very fresh. Take a nice bath. Some people will say take a nice cold bath. Right? And then put, a fresh dress, come to the temple, attend Mangala Arati, and then together with the devotees, chant nicely, sitting in front of Prabhupada and deities. Well, yeah, that is ideal. Wonderful. Absolutely the best thing to do. But if you cannot do that, what next? What next? You should have little gradation, and you should understand what is important. Now, if you are very short of time, out of all these things we talked about, what do you think is important out of this? And what can you compromise on? Huh? Quality, straight away quality compromise. That's okay. We have not yet come to quality. We're still in quantity only. Huh? I'm saying if you cannot do all the things I just said, what is it that you can compromise if you have very less time? Huh? Okay, you can skip coming to temple. That's also okay. Because, coming to temple will take you 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Some people it's even longer. Okay. Skip coming to temple. Okay. What else can you skip? I'm forcing you to think through this, because if you don't think through this, then you will compromise something else which is wrong. Actually speaking, even if you don't take bath and clear your stomach, first let's start clearing your stomach. Most people, if you're not used to it, if your body is not used to it, if you're not eaten a little early, you cannot clear your stomach. Forget. Just take a bath. Otherwise, you can actually skip even taking a bath. Seriously. Because some people say, no, let me go take bath, and all half an hour gone, 45 minutes. That time where you could have chanted 4 rounds is compromised. Right? No, now don't take this excuse and every day I will do this. I'm saying if you have paucity of time, what you can compromise. Actually speaking, chanting of the holy name is so wonderful, so powerful, that it is okay. Just go, at least just quick brush your teeth, clear your this thing, and wash your face, maybe put some tilak. Just sit and chant, no problem. Because chanting in the morning is so much more important than all this, external things. External things are useful, very helpful. That's the right way to do. But if you can't, where to compromise? right? So in order to take bath also. So try to do in the morning. That's the most critical thing. Now let us switch gears. We have very less time to talk about quality chanting. How do you improve the quality? See, we have to develop faith that the most powerful thing that you can do in a day, the most important thing, the most transformative thing that you can do in your day is properly chant and hear the holy name. See, if you think about, today, Saturday morning, you have already done all the other things. You've gotten up in the morning, you've taken a bath, you've come to the temple, you attended Mangalarti, you're sitting here and you're chanting. But what is going on? Mind is going somewhere else. You are here in the temple, you've done all the initial steps, you're sitting over here. You decided to chant. That also you have done. But your mind is wandering here and there. The Madhupana Prabhu says, like this, they have a picture also. Thinking virus. Like coronavirus, symbol they'll be there. Thinking virus. But why is that? Why is our mind going here and there? Why are we thinking about all the problems we have this? Why is that? Contaminated consciousness. But go to the heart of it. Yeah, contaminated consciousness. But why? Because you are thinking, hey, by my thinking I can solve my problems. Right? Yeah, let me think, spend a little time on this one. They have to do, okay, now I have a plan what to do. Because you are fully convinced. If you are convinced, you are actually convinced that, because in the real life it happens. Some problem is there, what do? You will sit and you will, this thing, and you will find some solutions, way to solve it, like that. You're thinking. Because we are internally convinced that is more powerful than chanting the holy name. They keep telling, all these things. But, I have to be practical also. This is what the mind will tell you. But the reality is, the solution to all your problems, the most powerful thing, the most potent thing you can do is just hear the holy name nicely when you are chanting. Complete transformation of your life will take place. If you are convinced about this, then we'll start developing value. That's why we keep saying that you should keep reading and hearing about the importance of the holy name, the power of the holy name. When you do that, then we start developing a value for it. There is this, as Prabhupada said, you focus on quantity, quality will come. Now, for improving the quality, what is the diamond rule? Diamond rule of chanting. No. That's the golden rule. Isn't the diamond rule is when your mind goes away, just don't worry about, Don't worry about what is it that, how my mind got distracted. Just chant loudly and focus. Don't worry about how you got this thing, I did this mistake. If you start thinking about why you are thinking about something else and not chanting, that is also thinking. Mind will take you away, one more trip, another 5 minutes will go. Or half an hour will go. See, this is the trick of the mind. You have to understand this. So the way to bring your mind back is just focus, ignore what happened, focus back on the holy name. Yes. And then the golden rule is chant and hear the same sound. There's nothing, what should I think when I'm chanting? No, Hare Krishna, Rama, or Rama is like this, Krishna is like this. No, just hear. Hearing the holy name is the most important thing you have to do. Just hear, and the same name. Whatever you are saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just hear the holy name. And you should also chant loud enough so that you can hear it properly. When you do this, and you make the resolve that I'm not going to get distracted, I'm not going to let my mind go here and there, you will see that, the Lord is also very, very merciful. If we take one step toward Krishna, Krishna wants to take 10 steps towards you. That is the reality. He is more eager for us. Nama Prabhu is more eager to see us purified and this thing than we are to become pure. So, hearing attentively is the most powerful thing. And once you fix the quantity, once you fix the time to chant and this thing, then you start hearing, oh my God, you will see all your problems will get solved. And we should practically apply this. That's why weekends, when you get more time, prioritize chanting. Finish your round. Once you finish your round, then whatever you want you can do. Doesn't matter. In fact, as you become more and more serious, every day, if you finish your rounds in the morning, then you will see, however sick you are, however crazy the day is, whatever externally things are happening that are not in your control, you will see, how wonderful this will be. We have only 2 minutes. I want to give some time for any questions or comments. Anybody has any questions or comments about this? Everybody is convinced about steadfast chanting. Huh? No questions. Yes. See that this wiring change and all will take time. We take help from each other. The important thing is, like say for example, Saturday morning, we'll all go. If I don't go today, they'll take attendance, what they will think, I didn't come. And devotees also, hey, what happened to you? Not feeling well? Somebody calls and tells. Yeah, I was just thinking. But next time we say, okay, they'll call me, let me come. See, association of devotees helps. Right? Take help from each other. Tell somebody, hey, even if I'm, sleeping, just wake me up and let's go. Chalo, by 5 minutes we'll go. Like that, you should take help from each other. That is more powerful. Because you see the wiring. How do you think, what is the most powerful way of changing the wiring? Chanting Hare Krishna. Now, it's a catch to see. No, chanting Hare Krishna is the most powerful way of changing the wiring. Now, unless you get up in the morning, you don't chant and hear. Right? So, that is the thing. The solution to all our problems is hearing the Hare Krishna mantra properly when you are chanting. So, the wiring will change when you associate and you practice and do this. Give most important value to that. You have to trick your mind. That's the most thing. The tricking the mind is important over here. Just wait for 5 minutes and I'll sleep. Actually, I remember when devotees are struggling to start their morning this thing, I always give them one secret. I'll tell them, you see, get up in the morning, like finish, let's say 7-8 rounds, and then 6:30 or something, go and sleep for half an hour, 1 hour, whatever, take a nap. Because you see, that time, even in Ayurveda, it is said that 6 to 10 in the morning is called kapha. Very heavy sleep will be there. If you're not gotten up in the morning and fully energized. So when you give that excuse to the mind, the leniency, no problem, I'll take a nap. And you actually take a nap, no problem. I remember one day one devotee, he was staying in the ashram and he was struggling, to do this thing. I told him every day 6:30, come here, sleep nicely. Till one full cycle, till 8 o'clock, you sleep nicely. And he, yes. And then he used to come in the morning, finish his rounds, this thing, 8 rounds, and go 6:30, nicely sleep, and then 8 o'clock he'll get up. One time, two time, and afterwards, he started skipping the 6:30 sleeping. He would sleep only 2-3 days. And this thing. And then later he said, I don't need the sleep. But if you start with, I don't need the sleep, you'll never solve your problem. You have to trick your mind, just like whatever is this thing. That is why, even if I'm like very sick or whatever, like nose running, headache, fever, that doesn't matter. Get up, finish a few rounds. And then you go take a sleep, nap, it doesn't matter. Right? And then you'll see a whole transformation will happen. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Damacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Bol Premanande.